only the me that I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and irate, and we act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Detroit!
A give. This is Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff. It's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints have taken the early lead. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence, because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So here come the Lions now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. The 40, past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Equanimeous St. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Detroit getting set to go now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. A quick feed from Tate. It's complete to Golden Tate. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Monday. 0.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1 that was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And then he goes with a juke. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Willie Henry able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
He'll look to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Equanimous St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have moved out in front.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Stafford. Right side, Tate. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate, 42 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Murray. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Stafford. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions' offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Riddick. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hey, tag 50 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Play action. Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. The completion to Riddick. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Stafford on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
All right, boys, here we go. Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down. Set.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now they run with Sims. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots, they've taken the lead now over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Take 4, take 4. Detroit! Detroit! I got you!
Here's Murray. And that play is blown up. up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Sean Robinson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it?
Golden Tate's going to go. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 82 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they're through the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll set up a throw. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that That didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. 3rd down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
And the blitz does come. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Henry getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, 76 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, then the spin. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They go back to Reddick. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He's going to get it running right. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.